Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Football Takeover. Welcome to X. Welcome to Kick. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 1 match reaction. Arsenal obviously went through on penalties. Hope everyone's doing well. Quickly want to say thank you to all the kind people that messaged me, making sure I'm okay. I am actually okay. I just got to wait for ENT, and we'll go from there. Big up to Temi. Can we win a game comfortably? You'd like to, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. First half, we were very dominant. Second half, awful. Let's just leave it that, I think. Saying evening. Big up to Chris as well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Big up to Mohammed as well, saying morning, hope or evening. Sorry, I was rubbing my eye. That's why I thought it said morning. To be fair, don't know why I thought it was morning when it's literally evening. But yeah, we've obviously 1-1 last night. Like I said, first half was great. Second half, just just horrendous. Yeah, Crystal Palace came into it. Obviously got an equaliser late in the game, but we did not put our chances away. We'll go into that in the stats shortly. Right, obviously this was the starting lineups for both teams. Both teams went with changes. Us more than they did, I suppose. We started with Kepa in goal, Timber Saliba, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly as the back four, Norgard, Marino, Eze midfield, Madueke, Martinelli, and Jesus up front. It wasn't a bad lineup. I'll obviously get into that in the ratings, but it wasn't bad. It just didn't work very well. First half, it worked really well. Martinelli was really having a field day against the inexperienced right back in Canvot. But other than that, yeah, it was an interesting game. Benitez was fantastic in Crystal Palace goal, by the way. They had a back five with Canvot, Mitchell, Gay, Lacroix, and Richards. Their midfield had Wharton and Lerma. I'll be honest, Wharton didn't have his greatest game in the world. Eddie, non-existent. Pino, pretty much non-existent. And Mateta was decent, but yeah. That penalty shootout was stressful. It was, and you know why it was stressful? It was just because it was very good penalties. There was nothing more than that, really. We didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. Goalkeepers didn't do anything wrong, and they were just really good penalties. So yeah, I'll take that all day long. Well done, mate. Well done. 1-5-4 on sets. I came from 4-2 down to win sudden death leg. I took out 1-6-1 to win it, so I went mental. My family were there too. My opponent was respectful too. That's excellent stuff. Martinelli ruined that right back 100%. Well, in all fairness to Canvot, he wasn't a right back, and this is where you sometimes have the struggle of when you're putting people out of position. It's just not the greatest idea, is it? Let's be honest, but it is what it is. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, sorry, just sorting something out. Had lots of. Sorry, I finally the bride, not the bridesmaid, tops off my local debut on a high. Finally winning the tournament after missing out narrowly on last two. Had lots of chances in the first half. We did have lots of chances. Just didn't put any of them away, unfortunately, Mo. Obviously, this was the final score, 1-1. And obviously, we won 8-7 on penalties. We're going to start being called something else at some point. Not set piece FC. We're going to be called own goal FC. But it is what it is. Look, these are the possession stats. 69% for Arsenal, 31 for Crystal Palace. We had 25 shots, 7 on target, 4 big chances missed, 8 corners. Now, I'm waiting for all the people to say, "Oh, this is all Gyökeres's fault." Gyökeres didn't play. But I'm sure that they'll blame Gyökeres somehow for it, because that's what they like to do. But it is what it is. Look, Madueke had a chance that he should have done better with. I can think of Jesus had a couple. he should have done better with. I'm trying to think of any others that were clear cut for me. I'm trying to think of the 4 big chances, to be fair. I can't really think. Madueke was definitely one. I'm going to guess Jesus had 2, I think. I'm trying to think of the 4th one. Who was the 4th one? I honestly cannot think. OG is going to be our top scorer this season. It's getting there. We obviously before the Wolves game, we actually hadn't had any own goals until now. So yeah, on this, Israel, thank you very much for asking. I've basically got to wait for the ENT now. Yeah, it's not better. It's not fun to talk, if I'm honest. It's not fun to laugh, but it is what it is. I'm gonna manage through the best I can doing these streams. Hopefully, I get to see someone soon. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Anyway, let's have a look. Thank you very much for Israel for asking though. There's a reason why my first name is in Christmas. Maybe that was fitting. Evening, all kid is already bathed and in bed. Easiest night to get kids settled. It is actually, because you can just use the Santa card, can't you? Is Gyökeres playing on Saturday versus Brighton? I would have assumed so. I would have assumed that. I can't see Havertz being fit enough. In my opinion, Havertz could be available for what we got. We've got Brighton at the weekend, Villa, possible, and then we've got, if I remember correctly, Bournemouth, haven't we? I think he might be around for Bournemouth game. My dad bought me cans of Stella, even though I'm not a drinking person. We had Chinese over here tonight. Don't know why we always have it every time on the 24th of December. We're having a takeaway on Boxing Day this year. We always do either Boxing Day or Christmas Eve, but we're going to do it Boxing Day this year. Is Hancape injury? Let's have a quick look. Give me 2 secs, I'll find out, see if he's on the injured list or not. I think it might be a bit too early, but we'll wait and have a look. So, no, Hancape is not down as injured. So you've got Ben White still out till mid-Jan, Mosquera, Gabriel a few days, and Havertz is a doubt. So it won't be long. Brighton, Villa, Bournemouth, Chelsea. Yeah, League Cup, isn't it? Jeez. When is Big Gabby coming back? So Big Gabby could be back for the Brighton game. I don't think he will be, though. I think he'll be more likely for the Villa game. So, yeah. Also, Mosquera. Mosquera is going to be out till mid-Jan. I don't think that will be any later, though, if I'm honest. Was not on the bench on Tuesday night. Is that Gabby you're on about, Mo? So yeah, if you're held out, you're not going to be on the bench. Not really. It'd be a bit stupid, really, especially with the size of our squad. So yeah, so that's possession stats and the shots. We had 25 shots, 12 block shots, 0 hit the woodwork, 23 shots were inside the box, 2 were outside the box. For Palace, they had 8 shots, 2 block shots, 7 inside the box, and 1 outside the box. Okay, what's the next one? XG. This is why we should have easily, comfortably won this game. The XG tells you everything. 2.76 was XG for the Arsenal, 0.91 for Palace. 1.7 was from open play, 1.06 was from set play. I'm pretty sure we all know what chance that was. And then it was 3.11 XG on target for Arsenal, 0.64 for Crystal Palace. So we should have easily have comfortably won this game, but we didn't. And it is just one of those games, unfortunately. Passing accuracy wasn't the greatest, 82%, 66 for Crystal Palace. We pretty much had the same amount of passes in own half and opposition half. Accuracy in long balls was poor, 29%. Accuracy in crosses was 48%, pretty poor again. Crystal Palace, 63. Really impressive, actually. It's a really good stat. 61 touches in the opponent's box for Arsenal, 15 for Crystal Palace. Defence, 9 tackles for Arsenal, 19 for Crystal Palace. What else is interesting there? 56 clearances for Crystal Palace, 17 for Arsenal. 0 keeper saves for Kepa, and 7 for Benitez. And they were really good saves, by the way. Really good saves. Let's have a look. I said 1-1 for this game, and Palace on pens was almost right. Really, it's a shame I couldn't do the preview, but yeah, it's just I have to be really careful with my throat. It does really hurt when I'm talking. It's a horrible feeling. Does Davor Suker finish those chances? Does Davor Suker? I'll be honest. Davor Suker wouldn't struggle against the low block, because Davor Suker had this ability to be able to shoot from outside the box. But then you have to think, will Arteta want that from Davor Suker? Probably not. He would probably want him to control the ball as much as possible and to keep the possession. Big up to AFC 77. Merry Christmas, everybody. Exactly. We'll definitely deal with that at the end of the show. Is there any truth about us looking at Gay and Semenyo now? Well, we've always been looking at Gay and Semenyo. So I think that's probably the best way I can put it. We've always been looking at them. Is Semenyo possible? Right now, yes, it's possible. But we do need someone out the door. Now, regarding people out the door. Now, Arsenal are very willing to do a different situation. So if we set up a deal where a player will leave in the summer, we can then bring someone in. But we would have to have that tied up in January. Now, it doesn't have to hit the media. Just Arsenal need to know that someone's going out the door. So that's something that is possible. So bear that in mind. Benitez as a backup for Palace is a great choice to have. Chris, I don't know if you ever played football games, like Football Manager, Championship Manager, or FIFA or whatever. Benitez was always someone I brought as a goalkeeper, either first choice, depending on what kind of team I was at the time, or as a reserve goalkeeper was Benitez. Benitez was a cheap option on FIFA. I can't remember who he plays. I think, did he play for Lyon or someone in France, or was it Nice? Someone like that. It was a smaller club in France, and he was always a cheap option to go and buy. So yeah, Walter Benitez, absolutely outstanding. On balance, yesterday was much better to watch, especially the first half, but conceding these late goals are becoming a major issue. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Luke. To be fair, I was a bit annoyed, to be honest, because I was all ready for to go to bed after that game. And Suker did play under Wenger. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, did he? Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Anyway, here is Ali. How you doing, Ali?
Yeah, not too bad, Bobby. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm ticking along, mate. I'm ticking along.
Good, I'm glad.
The throat's still a problem, but I'm gonna just yeah, just deal with it. Unfortunately, I won't be doing as many shows as I normally do. Like there won't be 2 in a day. There won't be 2 in a day anymore. There won't be a watch along with a reaction later on. I'll have to split it up because too much talking just hurts.
Well, obviously over this period. Yeah, no, totally understand, mate. I'm glad you're on the
Yeah.
mend.
Well, I've got to see an ENT. I've got to wait for the referral for that now. So we'll see
Okay.
what happens with them. Linked with a goalkeeper from Germany.
Yeah, we have been. He's 20. I think he's 24 years old.
Okay.
I don't understand that link. I think that's a bit of a mad one.
Well, we are looking at goalkeepers. I know if Gary does.
For
watch
what
now, he'll
reason?
probably
Because
listen
obviously we've got Kepa, we've got Raya.
Well, Kepa's not a long-term solution. And
That's
we
correct.
do
He's here for 2 years.
And we need to look at someone bringing someone in to be a number 2 to push for number 1. Kepa's not going to push for number 1. We know this.
Yeah.
But we do need to push Raya somewhat. Setford is probably 2 or 3 seasons away from either being a number 2. So
Sure.
yeah. we need to buy someone, and I do agree with it. But we are looking from a couple from Italy as well, so I don't understand the German one. But there's a
And
couple from
Davor
Italy.
Suker did play for Arsenal, yes.
Yeah, he did. I can't remember who he played under. I'm pretty sure it was Wenger.
It was Arsene Wenger, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I
Most
think it was
clubs
that
rely on.
98-99 season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's about that.
JVC.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
was the Nicholas Anelka and all
Dreamcast
them
as
lot.
well. Dreamcast as well, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Anelka and
Yeah,
all them
Sega.
lot.
Yeah. Most clubs rely on one in, one out, unless you're certain clubs who desperately need a position after an injury. Exactly. Haven't got this year FIFA as Carlisle not on it due to being in National League. They really need to sort that out because I'd love to do National League on FIFA. Basically, Bobby, got thing where you get injections at the dentist and mouth is numb. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's every time I speak, something in the back of my throat just keeps knocking it, and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Yeah, it's just really frustrating, if I'm honest. Calafiori and Eze made our game faster yesterday. I wish it was Jokeris up too. He would have scored. Play for us in the
I
Dutch.
agree with that.
Well done, Luke. Big up to Ali from Chris saying, hope you're well.
Yes, all good, mate. Just visiting family. And I just randomly saw Takeover was live. I was like, yo, Bobby, send me that link, mate.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I did set it up this morning. I set it up. I was doing the slides this morning about 7 o'clock, I think, because I went to Asda about 5:45 this morning.
Yeah,
so I was
before
like,
the mad rush.
Oh, exactly. Well, thankfully, I live right by an Asda, so I thought if I get there quick, I can just leave the madness to everybody else.
Exactly.
Suka didn't play with Anelka as he signed in 1999 as part of the transfer. Did he? Good memory, Luke.
To Real Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember that. That was on ITV last
No,
night.
sorry, I meant they played in a similar time, not in the same team.
Okay, got you. Because I'll be honest, can't remember. Jules, we didn't win. Simple as that. Kind of annoyed. I reckon.
Is that because of the second half performance more than the first half,
so,
or just
yeah.
in general?
I'll be honest. I watched the game, but I wasn't checking my phone for the stats because, funny enough, I was just enjoying watching a football game. So I didn't want to check the stats. I do that on watch-alongs because obviously I'm doing a watch-along. But when I'm just watching the game, I don't bother watching the stats. So I'm gonna guess yes. I don't actually know. I didn't check it at half time, but I'm guessing we were winning the duels at half time.
I'd say
the second
so.
half we were a lot weaker, and they were a lot better. Hence why top performers. Top 3 players, Crystal Palace. Benitez, 9.22.
Yeah, that was elite.
Honestly, I look. Crystal Palace have probably got the 2 best goalkeepers in the league, with Henderson and Benitez. Benitez is outstanding goalkeeper. I can't believe
better than Raya?
If you're talking about 2 goalkeepers, like we've got
As a pair?
Raya as a pair.
Okay.
I reckon Palace have probably got the best combo, Benitez and Henderson.
Where would you put Arsenal's 2?
Probably. Hang on, I'm trying to think of everybody now.
You got Alisson and Mamadashvili. You got
Marmaduke hasn't been great though. Have to be.
No, he hasn't. And I don't Donnarumma and obviously the young lad. What's his name?
Trafford.
Trafford, not good.
Yeah. Trafford's good goalkeeper. We've just not seen him.
Correct.
We've got to be up to top 5, haven't we? Surely.
I would put us. For me, I would have put us at 1.
That's fair, dudes.
Going off Mamadashvili's form this season, I thought Trafford would be better for City, but he hasn't really. When he's played, he's looked a bit dodgy with his feet and things like that. So I think I thought we were level par with these clubs in terms of like second choice keepers. But when Kepa's played, I think touchwood so far he's been solid.
Yeah.
Apart from diving the wrong way 7 times before he actually dived the right way and saved one last night.
Yeah,
but that happens.
Exactly. For me, the penalties are just good. The penalties are just
amazing.
And sometimes the goalkeeper is always going to dive the wrong way. So yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a penalty on Saka? Nope. For a start, it was outside the box.
No, it wasn't. But we should have had a penalty in the game, but obviously it wasn't given.
Yeah. Well, we didn't.
You know what I'm talking about? That one, Eze one.
Yeah. What the handball, the Klein.
I think so. I know it was close, but it was a shot on target, and his arm was kind of out to the side here rather than here. If that makes sense, the elbow was out.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah,
let's put it this way: if there was VAR, I think it would have been given. If we didn't have VAR as a tool to go back to, I don't think any
yeah.
fan would have said, "Oh, if that was VAR, obviously that's a
It,
pen."
it cracks me up though because everyone complains about having VAR, and then when we
Yeah,
don't have it, they then complain. I'm like, come on,
correct,
you can't
correct.
have it. You can't. Um,
But it's interesting.
honestly,
If I'm not mistaken, in the Carabao Cup from the
yeah.
semi-final onwards, there's VAR.
Yes, it is semi-finals onwards. Yeah, so next
Yeah.
round we've got
So I
VAR.
don't understand. That's not fair on the
Honestly,
tournament.
Luke and Chris, you two would get on rather well. I'll be perfectly honest, you two will get on very well. I've known Luke for a number of years as well. You're very similar. And look, I am as well. I'm Mr. Grinch as well. I admit it, I'm a grumpy git. But yeah, so they are the top performers. Touches, all Arsenal, 97 for Saliba,
Yeah.
Calafiori 97, Norgard 87, Lewis Skelly 87,
Played
Timber
well last night.
64.
Norgard.
The highest one was Gay. So Gay, I think, was on 63 touches. So he
Okay.
wasn't far away. Right. Ali's just joined so he can do the ratings because he
Perfect.
knows I hate doing them.
Yeah, I was like, quickly, let's get on.
Right. Kepa. What are you going to give Kepa?
Didn't do much wrong in the game. I thought his distribution was okay. Um, saved the penalty to put us through. 8 out of 10. I don't
Yep.
think his handling was good during the
I
game. I
did.
think.
I did find it funny. People were complaining that it was Kepa's fault for the goal. I was like, well, what else could he do?
What's he supposed to do? Like the guy,
I
the,
don't
the
know.
guy shot from like 3 yards out.
I know. I really do find it quite funny that they just
Oh my
moaned about.
god!
I thought Kepa was great for the whole game. He didn't do anything wrong. His
I
decision
think,
making was great. He came
yeah,
out when he should have come. He stayed when he should have stayed. I thought he did really well. I was
yeah,
happy
well
with Kepa.
said. I totally agree. Eight
So
out of
if I
ten.
do have breaks, I'll keep having to have drinks. Do apologise.
No, it's all good. That's all
Um,
good. It's all good.
Timber. I'll be
This
actually
man,
before you say, I honestly thought Timber wasn't the greatest last night. I did think he
no,
made a few errors.
I think the first half, I think everyone was on point. I think the
Oh
second
yeah,
half,
100%.
it was
Yeah,
clear to see, and this happens a lot, right? We have a good half of football. The team
yeah,
adjusts at half time,
yeah,
and then as fans, we're like, "Oh my god, they're all over us." It's because we're not adjusting to what their adjustments have been. So
yeah.
that's something that Arteta, we'll get onto him
Agreed.
later, needs to work on because that's happened a few times now over the season,
Yes.
and he hasn't addressed it. He just lets the game go, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he'll
yeah, yeah.
waste an extra 10 minutes rather than adjusting the formation or adjusting the press or adjusting the line that we're defending. He
Mm.
doesn't do any of that, and then all of a sudden we are then on the back foot. We're then losing duels. We're then
Yeah,
losing areas on the pitch where we should be winning, and then that
yeah,
puts us on the back foot. Then puts pressure on people like Timber, and then his
yeah,
performance drops slightly, as Bobby
yeah.
just mentioned, was his right to do. So I'll still give him a 7 because obviously
No, that's
fantastic
fair.
penalty in
Yeah.
the
Oh,
fantastic
definitely worth a
penalty.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it would have been
Mm.
a 6 without the penalty shootout, but
Yeah.
to take that penalty the way he did
Yeah.
with that pace and power and confidence
Mm.
for a right back, outstanding technique.
Hey, right backs are very good at penalties. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
mate.
It's well
Come on. You know
known.
how to slip that in to get a reaction.
Yeah, definitely. No, 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 no. Right, Saliba. What are you getting for Saliba?
A lot of people were criticizing him for the foul or what I think the ball out for the free kick that led to Crystal Palace's goal.
Right. Okay.
I'm
So
not, I don't
one
know.
error.
I thought that
So
was a bit
one error
harsh.
in the whole game then.
Exactly. I thought that was a bit harsh, but I
Yeah.
think that was more the frustration of conceding so late and we
Yeah.
were on the verge of winning 1-0 type of thing.
Yeah. So we're going to
But
ignore the
I'm not going to
fantastic tackle
mark
on
him down
Mateta.
for that. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 because, again, 7 for the performance, and I'm going to give a score of 1 probably on all of these guys who took a penalty because if they missed, we were out pretty much
Yeah.
the way it was,
Exactly.
the way I felt last night. So 7 for the performance, 8 for the penalty that he put in.
No, fair dues. Calafiori.
I think Calafiori was he played very, very well. I think in game I'd give him an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was bombing up and down the pitch. He was creating different positions, coming from the left back position into the center of the pitch, overlapping, underlapping, trying to get vertical passes going. So in game, 8 out of 10.
Yep.
The penalty that he took sent the keeper the wrong way into the side netting. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
Fair dues. Miles.
Again, I think he had a solid game. I think he's getting better because what did we say a couple of weeks ago, Bobby? The guy
Yep.
needs minutes to get up to speed so he
Yep.
can
He's
start
starting now.
defending correctly. I
Mm.
think the last few games he's starting to do that. He's getting a bit of a rhythm defensively. He's always been good on the ball. We know that.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 10 in game. Slotted his penalty away. I'll give him 8 out of 10.
Excellent stuff. Norgard.
Norgard's, again, I think he had a very solid professional game. What we have to realize here, ladies and gentlemen, is we made 8 changes. Crystal Palace, pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, had their first string lineup, barring injuries.
Mm.
Am I right in saying that?
Pretty much
Oh,
like a couple of changes, I think. That was
couple
it.
of changes, yeah, like you
Yeah.
would normally do from game
Yeah.
to game, right? Week to week. So this is our second stroke third choice string side. Before we go on, just a quick point, and look how well they were doing. The chances that we created, especially in the first half, it just shows how deep our squad depth is and the
Mm.
quality of our squad.
Yeah.
So that's what really shone through for me last night. Obviously, I'm sure you've had your say on how you felt the game went, but for me, it was a game of two halves. We should have finished it in the first half. We should have been 2-3 up, to be honest. Uh,
Yeah.
that didn't happen. It was 1-1. That's why we all love football. And it went to penalties.
Yeah.
Norgard in game, 8 out of 10. Great interception on one of I think Jesus misplaced the pass in
Mm.
middle of the first half, midway through, into the center of the pitch. It broke to a Crystal Palace player, and I think it was 4 against 3. And then Norgard just slides in, physically takes the ball, and then recycles it back, punches it into, I think it was down towards Saka or the right hand side of the pitch. So
Mm.
great interception there, because if he didn't intercept there, I think they could have had a chance on our goal, if I'm being honest, Crystal
Yeah.
Palace.
True.
So
Uh,
I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. He didn't take a penalty.
no, fair dues. And he's a good penalty taker as well, which surprised me.
He is. So it was
Um,
interesting that he was not one of the first
mm,
8 or 9.
Mikael Marino.
I always pause on him, don't I? It's a shame. Listen, he's a very good. I sound like a parrot when it comes to Mikel Moreno. Very good squad player. It was the right
Yeah.
game for him to play in, if that makes sense. To give some others a rest. 6 out of 10 in-game performance. I'll give him 7 out of 10 for the penalty that he took. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he took penalty number 4 or 5. So it was a pressure penalty. He sent the keeper the wrong way. He done a couple of stutters on purpose to see where the goalie would go, and then he pushed it into the opposite corner. So
Mm.
6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, sorry, in the game. I'll
Yeah.
push that up to a 7 because he scored the pen, and it was a pressure
Yeah.
penalty as well.
Quickly on Marino.
Yeah,
Because there's one thing that bugged me, I have to be honest. Why was he captain?
I knew. That's why I started smiling. Let's have a look at the lineup again.
Because Jesus
I
was given the
think
captain's
Jesus,
armband
maybe it's because
instead.
he's just come back and he hasn't played. I
Mm,
know that's an excuse I'm making for that. Um, Martinelli, Madueke, they're not going to get it as they know.
no.
Norgard could have been one, but he's just turned up at the club. Skelly too young. Calafiori. I would
Saliba.
have given it.
Saliba.
I would have personally given it to Timber or Saliba.
Yeah.
But maybe he's part of that experienced 20. Well, how old is he? 26, 27?
Marino.
He's captain Real Sociedad. Maybe that's the only reason he's really got it, to be honest. Unless he's number 5 on the leadership group.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the only
I
reason
just.
I can think.
Yeah.
Because Odegaard wasn't on the pitch. Declan Rice
Yeah.
wasn't on the pitch. Big Gabby wasn't on the pitch. Saka wasn't
I
on the
didn't
pitch.
like
So
it.
that's
I just
4.
didn't like it, mate. I just
I
didn't like
agree
that.
because that shocked me,
Mm,
and I'm still surprised. But if you look at the lineup and what was on our bench
mm,
after, well, you got Odegaard, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's Big Gabby. Then it's Declan Rice, Saka, right?
yeah.
No, sorry, Big Gabby is so Odegaard, Big Gabby, Saka, Rice. That's the order of the captaincy. If you see it normally when players get subbed or someone's injured and they come on.
Mm,
So Mika Marena's turned out made he's the 5th choice by the looks of it. So God
yeah.
willing, hopefully, fingers crossed, those first 4 that I've named,
Mm,
hopefully they're not going to be injured because then we're going to have Mika Marino captain again, which no one wants.
no.
And for 2 reasons: one, that means we've got a lot of injuries, and two, no one wants him captain in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Right. So we've
6 out of 10, and I
6.
bumped
Yeah.
him up to a 7
Yeah. Well
because
done.
of the penalty.
Well, he gets a 6 for me. I don't
No
care.
problem. That's
Their
fine.
job. Their job is to score penalties.
No worries. So
Eze.
Bobby, so it's 5 for Bobby, and he gave him a 6 for the pen. Let's do it like that.
Eze. What we're giving Eze?
Mm.
Be as honest
I
as you
think he
want,
was
mate. Because
part of Arsenal's. I think he was part of certain. There were certain moves within the game that he was. I call them second assist or second. You know the pass that
yeah,
goes before the
yeah,
assist
yeah.
or
Luke
the
will love this in the
pre-assist
chat.
type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He
Luke
done a
will
lot
love
of that
this.
last night, which was good to see. Obviously,
Yeah,
there was no conversion. Disappointed that he came off. Again, we'll get on to Arteta and my thoughts on why he shouldn't have
maybe.
taken Eze off in the game.
Yeah,
Um, he's had that shot blocked with and it hit Nathaniel Klein's arm in the second half. That was
yeah.
goal bound. That was going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Unfortunately, I'm going to give him a 6
That's fair
because
enough.
he came off too early for me.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
I would have given him a
Madueke. Oh,
7,
sorry, mate. Yeah,
but sorry, Bobby, I would have given him a
that's
7,
all right.
but I'll go. I'm going to be harsh because I expect more from him. He's a quality player.
Yeah, I agree. Madueke.
Good first half, not so good second half. Uh, could have scored with one of the chances that he had
Very early as well. Yeah.
very early. I'm going to do Bobby. I've got to stay strong and harsh, so I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
No, that's
But
fair
that's
enough.
not his fault, by the way, because the previous 2 games, Everton and the game before, he didn't even get any minutes. So the
Yeah.
guy's got a brace, and then he sat on the bench cold for 2 games. Then
Yep.
you expect him to come in, not even get a 10, 15-minute cameo in the games before,
Exactly.
then to perform from cold. It doesn't make sense to me. So it's a harsh
Nope.
6. He's a quality player. I don't think we're using him well. There's going to be a lot of chat about on Arteta's part when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. Cool. Martinelli.
outstanding first half. Best I've seen Martinelli play in about a year and a half, 2 years,
Mm,
in terms of away from the GA, in terms of dribbling,
yeah.
composure, going down the outside, cutting back in
Yeah.
on his right foot, then chipping it to the far post, showing
Yeah.
some intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Obviously, came off early in the second half because of the knock on the knee.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, that's all it is, and he should be ready for the weekend.
Yeah. He's not on the injured list yet, so
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
fingers crossed that stays like that.
Jesus.
When this guy is fit and he plays for Arsenal Football Club, that front line moves differently. It's clear to see. I think, yes, last night was the first game since he's been back where I saw a little bit of Arsenal 2022-23 in the
Mm-hmm.
first half, especially. But what lets Gabriel Jesus down is his finishing. He could have easily got 2, 3 goals last night. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm being harsh with him, he should have got at least 1 or 2, in my opinion. Some
Mm-hmm.
fantastic saves by the keeper as well, because obviously
Yeah.
that's his job to keep the ball out of the net. Um, if I'm just going on before I actually give him his score, I think his the way he's brought players into the game, the midfielders, the wingers, I would have given him an 8/9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But because of his finishing and us not putting the game to bed. Forget the 1-0. That game should have been 2 or 3 before we got the goal.
Oh, the XG, mate. Obviously, you missed it for the XG. The
Yeah, it
XG
was
was
3.9
3.11.
something.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
ridiculous
it?
high. Yeah, well, the XG on
And
target
they
was
were
3.11. 0.
That's right. And their
Yeah.
XG was 0.9 or 0 something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So you
Yeah,
should have
so they had
easily
one
won
shot
that.
on target, as far as I'm aware, from 7 attempts. We had 25 shots on goal, only 7 on target.
Yeah.
Not good enough. So
No.
from an 8/9, I'm going to drop him down to a 7
Okay.
out of 10.
Well, that's fine, mate.
Because we are now getting into a phase, Bobby. Everton game, this game. Performances are slightly better from an attacking point of view, but we are not finishing our dinner. I said it in the comments on the last when the last stream that you done with Brenny. Trossard, you've brought him up on the screen. You have to score that goal at Everton. That should not hit the post. I'm sorry. Like, you have to be clinical. Last night, we have to be a lot more clinical. We are creating chances. Now we are not taking our chances. Now it's becoming a thing of, if this theme continues, which I do not want it to, on the weekend and beyond, we're going to struggle because we are clearly leaking goals at the other end late in games. So how about we score 2 or 3 just to give ourselves that breather so we don't end up in that situation again this season? Because we let in a late goal against Sunderland, we done it against Aston Villa, and now we've done it again last night. That is going to catch us up eventually, if it hasn't already. You know what I mean? So, again, when we get onto Arteta, it's a lot of Arteta issues, this.
Indeed. Trossard. What we giving Tross?
6 out of 10?
Fair dues.
For the penalty,
Yeah.
7.
There we go.
You might the way I know Bobby now, I hope I do. You'll probably give him a 5, 6 for the penalty. 5/6, I guess. Because the second half, I thought it was a 50-50 game. I don't think anyone performed up to if you're comparing the first half to the second half, it was chalk and cheese.
Yeah, 100%.
So for me, I can't give no one who comes on more than a 6 because it was rubbish.
Good, because
after the 65th minute. Odegaard, 4 out of 10.
Yep.
Nice couple of through balls. 4 out of 10 in game. 5 out of 10 because he scored the penalty.
Great cross, didn't he?
He did. For Jesus.
Yeah.
For Jesus,
that was a beautiful. Why couldn't he do that when Gyökeres is on the pitch?
Why can't he do that regularly? This is the frustration. We're not saying he's rubbish. We're not saying he's an average footballer. He's just not producing those moments regularly enough, and he should be. So if he wasn't good enough, we wouldn't say these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that.
Saka.
Mr. Saka. Corner, that delivery to the back post, the way he delivers it and the way it dips down, and then the defenders have got to deal with it, or an attacker gets onto it. Outstanding. 6 out of 10 in game, even with the corner.
Yep.
7 out of 10 for the penalty, because there were pressure penalties last night.
Yeah, he did really well with penalty.
Yeah. Beautiful. And I know you're right in saying a professional footballer should be scoring those pens, but in that moment, knowing you're going to play Chelsea, knowing the social media backlash you're going to get, very important you score your pen, and hopefully your goalie saves one or the opposition blasts one over the bar.
Yeah. Obviously, Declan Rice came on late on. We're not going to score him because obviously he only came on for 10 minutes.
But I will say in the 100th minute, he had that chance. Great save by the goalies. It was on target. It was the right finish. It was just a very good save because the ball was very close to the keeper. Yeah. So unlucky with that.
Yeah. Just to cover my player of the match.
I agree with those.
Martinelli, because honestly, first half, outstanding. Best I've seen
Flames.
For a long time. Everyone knows how much I love Martinelli. And I hope it works out for him. But if we have to sell him, we have to sell him. The other song, Heroes, Norgard and Lewis Skelly. Norgard, because he's coming from the cold. He did really, really well. You wouldn't
Yes.
notice come out from the cold. Lewis Skelly, much better defensively. He
Yes.
did have his moments where he was divered on the ball, but that's not his fault because he's got no one to pass it to. So he has to diver because he's got no
Correct.
space. So
There's no
it's
movement
not
in
always
front. What are you supposed to do?
Exactly. We will get into the. I know people are asking me lots of questions, so I will finish this bit off, and then I'll get into the comments in a minute. Player ratings for Crystal Palace. Benitez, I have to give him a 9 because he was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Sorry.
For me, the man of the match.
Yeah, for me, it was outstanding last night. I know that was it. I think it was it Saka that took that shot that went straight at Benitez. Was it Saka?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, but look, he still had to be strong because you could. I've seen goalkeepers literally just get out of the way. So Benitez did really
Runnison,
well.
for an example, in the same tournament.
Oh,
Remember
less said
that?
about him? Yeah, less said about that dude. Better
Against Man City.
Yeah. Defense wise, Richards I thought was decent. I hope
Just quickly on Richard. Sorry, Bobby, to cut you. As Arsenal fans, I hope we're all in agreement. I hope he gets well soon because that did not look good. His ankle.
No, proper. I don't know what it is. I'll be honest. Obviously, I don't really keep an eye on Crystal
Some
Palace.
people might. I think some. Well, obviously X is X, but I think a lot of Arsenal fans were saying it looked like a broken ankle.
Really, that would
Yeah.
make sense. Yeah, because obviously there was blood.
Yeah, sad.
Well, the only reason I'm laughing is because currently he's down as a doubt for the weekend. I'll be honest. I'll be surprised if he's just a doubt, but that's currently what Richards is at. He's down for an ankle injury.
The way the boys on Twitter were explaining it, it looked like his ankle was a bit like Aaron Ramsey.
Okay. Well,
that's why I think we had 9 minutes of injury time as well.
Yeah, we had a lot of injury time.
Yeah,
that was a late night.
I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I'm just going off.
Yeah,
what
honestly, I'm only going by the injury report, and currently
I don't want no one injured.
Doubt for the game against Tottenham. Funny enough, he's currently down as a doubt.
That's all right. They'll win that.
We'll wait and see. Lacroix. I've given him a 7 just to be nice because I did think he had a bit of a shocking game.
To be honest, he was getting a lot of stick from the Arsenal fans online as well last night.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I'm going to give him a 7 just to be nice. Why?
Yeah, he was the one who was shoving Saka off the pitch, and at Sellers Park last season.
Oh, was he?
When Saka tore his hamstring off the bone, so everyone's like, "Yeah, he deserves it."
Wow.
for shoving our star boy when he was telling him to get off the pitch.
I feel he had a.
It's petty stuff. Petty stuff.
Okay. Gay, I thought very good. 8. Canvot, I'm giving him a 5, but that's not his fault. Out of position. He's gonna have
that was hilarious when Martinelli sat him down.
Yeah, that was that's why you should not put players out of position because you look awful.
Oh Lord!
So I feel sorry for the poor young lad. Mitchell,
he'll come back stronger.
Wasn't his greatest game. Wharton again, as I said earlier, wasn't his strongest game either, but he gets a 7.
Good penalty.
Lerma I thought was really good. 8. Nketiah.
But this is the thing with someone like Wharton. He's not having a strong game, but he's got that set piece delivery because he's the one who put the ball in for the goal.
Yeah, and he had a good shot that just went wide as well.
Yeah,
that wasn't far wide.
Good player, man.
100%. There's going to be a lot of clubs looking. We obviously looked at him before he went to Crystal Palace, so we'll obviously going to be in the tournament. Yeah, because we wanted. Well, the thing is, they signed.
Where's he from? What club was he at?
Blackburn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we wanted to sign him in the summer, but Crystal Palace wanted to buy him there and then in January. We weren't going to win him to do that, so we missed out on him, unfortunately. Lerma got us an 8. I thought he was an outstanding player last night. Eddie,
good
as
player.
I said, 5. Pino, 6. He wasn't that great last night. Mateta, much better. Saliba, brilliant tackle in him. I think that was second
outstanding.
half.
It was
outstanding. Subs, Klein gets a 6, Davini gets a 6, Hughes gets a 6, Uche gets a 5 because they only came on for minutes, and Sosa gets a 5 as well. They came on for the penalties. Uche's penalty was interesting. I have to be honest, very different. but keep
Yeah.
winning. So it is the way it is. Right, here we go then. Go on then. Let go. Let it all out,
Well,
Ali.
he done the same thing. This is the thing. So obviously, because I unfortunately couldn't make it on the reaction on the weekend from the after the Everton game, the pattern is emerging. Mikel Arteta, you talk a good game in your press conferences pre post match. In game management when we are 1-0 up is starting to concern me, ladies and gentlemen, because he keeps making the same mistakes over and over again, and he's not learning from them. That's the issue I've got. If you're 1-0 up and you're taking off Eze and you're bringing on. Who did he bring on? He brought on. Sorry, forget that Eze one. You got Jesus, right? And he's brought on
Yep.
Declan Rice. Why are
Yep.
you not bringing on Gyökeres?
Yep.
It's confusing.
It is.
We want to stretch the game. It's a cup match. It's not a league game. Even
Yep.
more reason to bring on an attacker to stretch the play. You've already got Norgard there, and you got Mikel Moreno in there. So I don't get the point of Rice coming on at that point because our midfield was solid to a certain extent. Because obviously Moreno, no one's too sure on him, but he was
Mm-hmm.
doing a solid job. Did we
Yep.
need a Declan Rice to go in there with Marino as well? I don't think so. So he's doing it time after time after time. Bobby said to me a month and a half, 2 months ago, "Oh, this is the first time I've had he's not so positive." That was after the Stadium Light game. Ever since that game, whenever we're in a winning position, I don't see our manager making a positive substitution to finish the game. It's always let's defend what we've got. Let's defend what we've got. It's not going to work. You've done it against Sunderland. You've done it against Villa. I missed the Wolverhampton Wanderers out earlier. Sorry. Apologies to Wolves. And you've done it against Crystal Palace. So you've done that in the past 6 or 7 games. You've done it 4 times and it's cost you 4 times nearly. It cost us three because I count. No, sorry. It's cost us twice, really. Right? Villa, we lost. Sunderland, we drew. We got out of jail against Wolves. He sat back against Everton when we didn't have to, and that nearly cost us because it only takes one chance. And then against Palace last night, it did cost us in normal time. Our players had to stay out on the pitch, standing under the lights. Our fans had to stay an extra 20 minutes, half an hour. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, these are first world issues I'm talking about. Oh my God, you got to stay for a penalty shootout. But the point I'm trying to make is this. If you make positive substitutions, Mikel Arteta, we wouldn't be in this. We wouldn't be having these conversations. I guarantee you that. We would have won that Palace game last night 2-0 on the break with Gyökeres. We would have beaten Wolverhampton Wanderers a lot more comfortably than we did. Sitting back on the edge of our box onto the penalty box. We would have won against Sunderland, in my opinion, if we had made the correct substitution, not only bring on one, I repeat, one player, and it was a defender in Mascara. Doesn't make sense to me. So we said it at the beginning of the season, and it's becoming more and more like what G, Brenny, and Bobby said, which is this guy, Mikel Arteta, is going to cost us winning trophies this season if he carries on like this. Because this pattern can't continue with us getting W's, with us getting draws. It can't. It's not sustainable, as they say in football. So he needs to change his way of thinking when we're 1 goal up. Because this is the issue that we're having. When we're 2-3 nil up, it's not a problem. It's easy to manage games. When you're 1-0 up, 2-1 up, 1-0 down, that's when you earn your coin.
Mm-hmm.
And he is not delivering. A title winning manager don't make these decisions. A trophy winning manager for this season in isolation is not going to get us over the line. I think there was a stat last night, Bobby. This is our 6th semi final under Mikel Arteta.
Mm-hmm.
How many finals have we got to, brother? One.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So things are against him at this point in time. If we don't win the Carabao Cup, if we do not score a goal in the semi-finals against Chelsea, Saliba said it last night. We need to learn from last year. We need to win both legs. So as a player, he sounds like he's got the right attitude. Is
Mm-hmm.
Mikel Arteta going to change his ways to show his players the correct attitude from management down when it comes to in-game management? That's what's going to intrigue me on the 14th of January when it's the first leg,
Yeah.
and the second leg the week after or whenever it is,
Mm-hmm.
because he's got a lot to answer for at this point. Even though we're top of the Premier League that everyone keeps talking
Mm-hmm.
about, we're top of the
Yeah.
Champions League. We're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Fantastic on paper,
Yeah.
but us fans, we are not. We're not silly. If you know football, this is not sustainable, Mikel Arteta. You have to be more like your press conferences. You have to be bold, mate.
Mm.
Wenger was bold. Pep Guardiola, bold. Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson, Mourinho. Negative manager, Jose Mourinho. He was
Mm-hmm.
bold when he had to be. He is always negative when we are 1-0 up and we're going into the 85th minute. And then he goes and makes a silly sub, which then adds more pressure on the team on the pitch. Our
Mm-hmm.
players are not bad. These are the tactics, like Bobby has said, and G and Brenny and Nick and everybody else has said. And I've been giving him a little bit more rope, a little bit more rope, a little bit more rope. He'll be all right. He'll sort it out. He'll sort it out. He's not sorting it out.
Nope.
So our players have to be clinical to get this manager out of these predicaments. It's as simple as that. Because from what I've seen, Bobby, he's not going to change. So the
Mm-hmm.
players have to be ruthless when they get their chances. So we don't even have to talk about this ever again
Correct.
throughout the season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10
No, I've got no issues with that.
because you made the you make the starting lineup fantastic. I agree with it. Your players have messed up. Yes, that 45 minutes right there, that was on the players. Not
Mm-hmm.
we should not be 0 at half time. He's picked the right team. You haven't been ruthless in front of goal. That
Mm-hmm.
is not on Arteta. The
Mm-hmm.
second 45 minutes, that's on Mikel.
Yeah.
They've adjusted, which every Premier League side or every top team would do in the second half. We did
Yep.
not counter that. Forget the subs. You don't need to counter by subbing.
Mm-hmm.
He's making these same mistakes. We are not a 90-minute football team. And if we are not a 90-minute football team, we've always got a chance, especially in cup competitions, to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. So let's not. I'm not going to be here in April, May crying if we get knocked out in the quarters or the semis of the Champions League, because it'll be down to a poor 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what cup football is. We should be aiming to win the Champions League this year. We're good enough to do it. Is our manager brave enough to win it?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says we bottle it, but is it the player bottling it, players bottling it, or is it the manager and his philosophy putting our players in a position where we end up bottling it? If we had lost that game on penalties last night, I'm blaming Arteta,
Yeah.
even though I should be blaming the strikers and the attackers for the first half glaring chances they've missed.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, you know,
Yeah.
Jesus, Madueke, so on. I don't know, Bobby.
No.
What do you think, mate? I mean, I don't know. You can't say too much with your work and stuff, but for me, I just feel like we're halfway through the season. We're in a great position to win more than one trophy. We all want to win. No
Yep.
one wants us to lose. I don't care about
Nope.
Mikel Arteta because managers, players come and go. Arsenal fans are here forever, no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying what I see. Um,
No.
and that's only you. You can't become a world class manager managing like that.
Mm.
So if you win the league, are you a lucky manager or are you a world class manager? That is going to be the next question.
Yeah.
Because if he wins, starts winning trophies, great. I'm an Arsenal fan. We all are.
Yep.
We want to win. But is this sustainable? I
No.
don't think so.
No.
It's not
Not.
sustainable this season and beyond. So he needs to
Mm-hmm.
become more positive. Grab behind, say something to him, please do something. Change his way. Tell him, listen, we need a attacking sub here. We need to put this player on, that player on. I don't care about the red zone. You're telling
Mm.
me Victor Gyökeres can't play 20 minutes, 15 minutes at the end of a game, 10 minutes even. Bring him on in the 80th minute. We're still 1-0 up. As soon as we went 1-0 up, I'm a type of person, and if I was the manager, I would have brought on Gyökeres
Yeah. There was no
because that
reason
shows
to.
intent.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, that what does that show to tell Glasner and his bench and his players?
Yep.
Oh, whoa, they're not sitting back. They're bloody hell. They're going to go for a second goal. What are we going to do with our tactics now? Because we need to go and score a goal here.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
there's layers to what I'm talking about here. It's not as just
Mm.
easy as oh he's just not doing it.
Yeah.
It's a knock-on effect. You bring on an attacker, the opposition are going to be a little bit more wary with their substitutions, with their tactics. But
Mm.
if you're not bringing on attackers and you're bringing on defenders or players with less pace and power, they can take more risk, and that's what they
Yep.
did. Simple.
Agree. Exactly.
He's
Right.
lucky to
Let's
get
get.
three.
He is, to be fair. Right, let's get into people's comics. There's loads of them. Right,
Yeah, sorry,
I'm
mate.
going to try and be quick because it is Christmas Eve and we all want to enjoy
Indeed,
the
sorry, bud.
evening. No, it's all right. Arteta doesn't trust Norgard. That's why he hasn't been used this much. Why sign him if you don't trust him? Arteta didn't sign Norgard. It was someone else. That would be the simple answer to that one. Is Kepa playing the FA Cup? I would have assumed so because he's not playing the Champions League, so it makes sense for him to
Well, he
play in the
deserves
FA
it
Cup.
from what I've seen so
Exactly.
far.
Yeah. Big up to him saying, sorry I'm late, hope you're all well. Thank you
Yes,
for the
Dan.
money, I hope you're doing well. When they say Merry Christmas, I just all right in true Pilkington style. But big up to Charles. Coach, how do you explain me this? How Jesus get 4 the shots Gyökeres get? What is the difference? It is not like himself invented them. Guarantee that those 4 chances would be 4 goals to Victor. I think we both agree that that would be the case.
Mm. But this
Look,
is the thing. It's very
mhm,
interesting. Why are we not playing that way when Gyökeres is in the side? Because he's not a link player.
yep.
So these players need to get used to playing the ball early into spaces, into gaps. So it's quite funny. I agree with both of you with this comment. Charles, you're spot on, mate. How can we get Gyökeres into those positions is the follow up on that. Because when Jesus plays, we play faster. We play in triangles all over the place. So how do we get Gyökeres doing that? How do we adjust to him? Like against Everton, I think he was better in
Mm,
the first half.
yeah.
We got to start doing that more. It's a cup game. It's going to be a lot more open. Crystal Palace, we're not going to sit so deep for the whole game. Goals change games. We scored. That was the time to bring Gyökeres on. But we play. The thing is, this is a double question because we got to also think if Gyökeres started this game, I don't think we create those chances
Mm,
as well. That's the problem.
yep.
So how do we solve that? That's the difficult part, and I don't
Exactly.
have the answer to that at this present moment.
No.
Anyone in the comments, please let me know because the chances we are creating with Jesus on the pitch already, and the pace of passing and how we're moving is totally different to when Gyökeres is on the pitch. They're different styles of players, different profiles. So how can we improve Gyökeres when Gyökeres is on the pitch so we are playing as quickly as we are when Jesus is or Havertz is on the pitch? That is the next question to ask. And only
Yeah.
Arteta and the coaches can answer that at the moment.
Temmie's rating Timber -1 million for wasting that Martinelli chance. Bit harsh. Yeah, Calafiori. Look, as I said, Calafiori's a centre back anyway. He's just capable
Class.
left back as well. Uncle Bobby, that feels like someone from Discord. Can you explain what's going?
Mhm.
Areas of interest, many clubs right now. Arsenal is one of them. What
Are
happens?
we?
I cannot. I'm not a Mystic Meg, unfortunately. The window doesn't open till the 1st of January. Remember this, people. Which means no documents can be signed until that day. So, media can say whatever they want. But at the moment, there are more than just Man City involved in this conversation. Man United, Arsenal. There are two other clubs as well. And
Interesting.
some people, I find it fascinating that some people are saying that certain clubs are out of the talk. They're not out of the talk. They're still in it.
That's Chelsea and
But
Spurs.
oh no, Spurs are
You
out.
could, you can't say, but
No,
that's
no,
what.
Spurs are out. Spurs are out. Out. His party has told them a no, big no.
Oh, so that is because
Um,
that's what the media said as well.
yeah, but there is still two other clubs involved. Why did
Hmm.
Arsenal not put Gyökeres for the penalty shootout? Says Mo. Arse Arteta, mate. Unfortunately,
I'll be
I'm
honest with you,
rating.
that situation, that late on, that would have
Mm,
put so much pressure on him. He's already under pressure, Jokeres. Imagine if he comes on in the 95th minute, he's cold, and then he misses the pen.
yeah,
That
because
would have been like a tsunami.
they did at risk with Sosa, didn't they? Crystal Palace, but
Yeah,
we played out.
I'm glad that never happened because that would have been
Mm,
just.
yeah.
I would have blamed Arteta for that if he had missed.
Yeah, I'm rating Ali's rating of Saliba minus 100,000. This is no disrespect to
Thank
the
you. I'll take
squad.
that as a compliment.
When I saw him taking the penalty, we all knew he was going to miss after scoring own goal. It was just written a night. Yeah, it was.
That
Oh,
was
but he's a
funny.
very good centre back, to be fair. Bobby,
He
also, what
is.
the heck was with Gay? He's done this all season, just so you know, because of what happened back in the summer.
Yeah,
He
because he
hasn't
was meant to go to
celebrated anything
Liverpool.
this season. He has have he's look he is friends with people. Is there agent talk regarding yes, we are interested in Gay. If that situation happens, don't be surprised because I won't be.
What, in
But
January?
it's very possible. Yeah, very possible.
So if he was to
Gay,
come in, Bobby, quickly, because I know we got to wrap this up quick ASAP.
mm,
If Mark Gay was to come in, he comes in as a left centre back.
yep,
Then what's that? So that means Hencapié, Calafiori left backs, and then
yep,
Lewis Skelly gets promoted into midfield officially, as
correct.
in,
Yep,
yeah, okay, cool. I'll take
correct.
that all
Yep,
day long.
yep. But again,
Saves us
someone
money in
still needs to
midfield.
leave.
Yeah.
Someone
So
still, and
and sorry to cut you. So just to clarify, I put this on one of the show socials last night. When you say leave, loan or sale, it can be
right. So
either, right?
yeah,
As
I
long as we've
explained
got
this
space in
earlier
the
in the
squad.
show. Yeah, so
Okay.
basically, what Arsenal are willing to do this now, just because the January window is a nightmare. So as
Hmm.
long as you know someone is leaving, now that doesn't necessarily have to be in January. If it's a summer one, if they know that they're definitely going to leave in the summer, they can still bring someone in January because they know that that space will be
Oh,
available
perfect.
in the summer. Now
That's
we
even
are not the
better.
only club that are willing to do this.
That's
Doesn't
amazing.
necessarily mean it. It doesn't necessarily mean that Arsenal will definitely do this, but this is what clubs are going to be doing because it's just a lot easier. Because there are a lot of transfers that are set up in January, ready for the summer. The media don't know about it, but it will
Hmm.
be automatically triggered
So
in
just
January.
as an example, so for the people in the chat and whoever watches this later on playback,
Yep.
Trossard could be going in the summer. So, because we know that, for example, this is just an example, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby hasn't said
Mm-hmm.
any of this. This is just a scenario hypothesis. We know Trossard's going in the summer to Saudi or wherever in Europe. Hence, then we can now go for a Yildiz or a Semenya or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. That sounds
Yep.
great to me.
Mo Salah at the AFCON. Yes, he is. I think he got an equaliser for or no, did he get
He
the winner
did.
for Egypt or something? I don't know.
Mm, I,
To be honest,
they won
I haven't
2-1,
really
I think,
watched.
yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really watch that much stuff. I wish I did. I just don't have the time to watch AFCON, unfortunately. I wish I could. I'm on Calafiorian left centre back hype train. He is supremely talented on various attributes of a modern centre back. Are you on the same? Mate, I love Calafiori. I've seen him more as a centre back than a left back, I'll be honest, when I watched him in Italy. Um, But yeah, he's very capable. We're very fortunate with our centre backs. They are
Mm,
versatile. Saliba's versatile. He can play right back very comfortably as well.
that's
Not many
scary.
seen
That
it.
6'4" right back. Bloody
Gabriel
hell.
can play left back very comfortably as well. People
Imagine.
don't, because he did that at Lille.
You
So
know how strikers switch? I would love
mm,
us to in a game this season. Just our left backs,
yeah,
right backs, centre backs. They're just switching throughout the game
yeah.
every 10 minutes. It'd be funny to see that.
Is there a striker called Jonas Wind? Absolutely no idea.
No, is that
Jonas.
someone trying to catch us out here?
No, Mo's not like that. To be fair. So yes, he's a 26-year-old from Wolfsburg, Danish.
Okay. Why have we been at
Uh,
Mo? Have we been linked with him? Have we?
so I don't know.
Don't know,
I
mate.
I'll be honest. The name doesn't ring a bell on me, so I very much doubt that we've looked at him because I would have remembered that name. To be fair, just because it's a
Yeah,
Liverpool name.
exactly.
We should have buried Palace 3-4 nil
Well
in
said.
that. Oh, 100%. 100%. We messed that
And
up.
that's on the players, by the way, not on
Yeah.
Arteta.
Oh,
But then
100%. Yeah.
after that, then that's when the Arteta management has to come in, and it was awful.
Mm. Yeah, for once, Kepa. Yeah, I was thinking of that just at near the end. I was thinking, please, Arteta, don't bring on Raya, because Kepa will
Imagine you would
lose
have
his
given
head.
that. No, I'm
Uh,
fine. I'm fine.
yeah, there was no stubborn football this game. You weren't clinical, 100%. Lacroix
Well said.
alternative Arsenal man of the match. I'm hoping this is our bad patch because the Arsenal team of previous years would have drawn or lost. Yeah, that's very true. We would have normally have lost these type of games.
Well, that's well said as well.
Um, Sorry. Temi, Kepov 8, Timber 5, Saliba 7, Calamaldini
Interesting.
9, Mateta
I like
D,
that.
MLS 6, Norgard 8, Marine Slow 5, Eze 5, Madueke 5,
That's
Jesus
good on
6,
Marine Slow.
Martinelli 9, Subs 5, Arteta 5, win or leave my club, please. We are not taking chances, and yet we have a prolific striker in Gyökeres who is lacking confidence in the main because he's not giving the feed he needs. The solution is simple. Agree. We have never been a clinical team in terms of finishing. Trossard has been our best finisher. Gyökeres we know can finish, but for him the issue is supply and not getting in better positions. IQ, big up. Yep. Honestly, guys, you make really good points.
Mm,
Luke saying Arteta talks the talk but can't walk the walk. He's a nearly man. I'm
correct.
agreeing with you. Big up to my brother. Hope you're doing well. Ali, even more so, he should have brought on Gyökeres at the end for a defender as well. For the penalties, he's our best taker. Obviously, in hindsight, the penalties were amazing, but still, we've done. If you remember the sub against Sunderland, we were 2-1 up. We brought Mosquera on. I can't remember
Yes.
who came off, but we went defensive, and then they
Yeah.
score a goal. We did technically taking off Rice,
I'm gonna guess and
taking
say
off
we took off
Jesus.
Trossard
Say that again.
against Sunderland. I'm gonna
Was
guess
it?
we took off Trossard
Oh
and for
yeah, it was
Mascara
definitely
that game.
it was definitely forward, wasn't it?
It was something like
Um,
that.
yeah, but obviously last night we took off Jesus, our striker, and bring
For
on
Rice.
Rice, defensive substitution again. Um, I think Ali's still there. I'm with Luke. Arteta is the nearly man. If Arteta was at any other club, all Arsenal fans would say he should get sacked. I have doubts on Arsenal because of Arteta, not the squad. 100% Brenny, higher level than Arteta. You would have been clear this season and won the 20. Yep, agree. Ali's back. Oh, hang on. Is he? No, it's not. Oh, I don't know. I'm not gloating about Arteta. He has best squad in his managerial career. We need to show the world how good they are and no favouritism. Evening Brenny, spot on, mate. Right, let's see if I can add him now. There he is.
Apologies, guys. I'm just
No,
at
it's
my
all right.
family nan's.
No, that's all right. I'm rating Ali anti Arteta rant. We have argued with the best
Come
squad,
on.
but play some dreadful football. These players should be thriving. We are mostly scraping wins. Arteta would be that person who won't sort the league out and keeps covering it.
There you go.
100%.
Well said,
If
Chris.
you, it was a good first half yesterday. I don't get the Waneri thing. Arteta must really dislike him as a person. Doesn't like the way he plays football, if I'm honest. I don't think he's brave enough. Ali, that Rice sub for Jesus
He's
was
not.
just silly. We are a goal up and they will attack. Yep, we're all on the same wavelength here, people. I've always been consistent. I wanted Arteta out last season after we got dumped out of the Champions League, But this season, I have faith in the squad, not the manager. I feel we will win in spite of Arteta. Spot on, Sharvind. I think that is how we'll do it if we are going to win it.
I hope so.
Uh,
I hope so.
he has to have someone he freezes out, Brenny. Never mind the development and transfer value getting tanked. He's done this throughout his tenure. Agree. Arteta's a good coach. He isn't I have won 6 trophies in 6 years. Manager top gooners treat him like a serial winner. Was impressed
Well
with
said.
Lingard yesterday, says Brent. We all
He's a
were,
quality
mate.
player.
And it needs to be in a one-for-one interview with Arteta. So many questions, we need answers.
I'd love to do it. I would love to do it.
I don't agree with you saying that we won't have created those chances with Gyökeres on the pitch. You can watch the chances. None was really due to Jesus. Fair enough, actually. But Eze, Marino, and Martinelli passes. That's quite a good shout. Yeah.
No, it is. But go on, Bobby. Go on.
No, I think the first half, if Gyökeres was on, I still think we would have played exactly the same way, and I do think we would have probably been up 3 or 4-0 personally if it was Gyökeres on.
That front three, I predict. Obviously we didn't do the show, but I predicted that those front three to start, and I expected us to start like that. If Gyökeres was one of those 3 in that front 3, we wouldn't have. Honestly, the way it's the I'm just following the pattern of the season so far. He's had Modweke and Martinelli on the wings, Gyökeres, and we have not played like that.
Yeah.
So going into that game with that information and images and data and the facts that I've seen, we were most certainly not going to create those chances the way we did with Jesus on that pitch, in my opinion. Because for some reason, when Jesus on the pitch, our wingers play quicker. When Jesus is on the pitch, they take less touches in midfield. So that's why we played quicker. When Gyökeres is on the pitch, there's a hesitation, there's a delay. So for me, if this is not a Gyökeres problem. Arsenal players need to adapt to him quicker than they are, because he's making the runs. He's a runner, last man on the shoulder. He's not a back to goal touch into Odegaard or Eze, and then it sprays wide and it comes back across. Or we got someone inverting into the midfield block, like a Miles Lewis-Skelly, who then does a little triangle with Jesus outside of the foot and all this stuff. Until I've been proven wrong, we were not going to play like that with Gyökeres up front last night. Please prove me wrong against Brighton.
Yeah, that's where we need to see
I'm telling you, it's going to be passive. And if Bobby does a chat along, let's get that right.
So
if we do a chat along, right? We are not, and it's Saka or Madueke, Gyökeres and Martinelli or Trossard. We are not having this tippy-tapper stuff. So what do I want to see? I want Jesus on the left. I want Gyökeres up front, and I want to see Saka on the weekend. And let's see if Jesus can get that out of Gyökeres, because he's the only one, in my opinion, that can. He's a chaos player. He's like Firmino. He gets around the pitch. And then we've got the clinical finishing of Gyökeres, which we have not utilised since game week 1 of this season. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough, mate.
It's Arteta, mate.
Yeah, trust me, I've been on that page for a long time.
I know you have.
If Gay came in rotating quality with quality is easy, make us just impossible to beat, if I'm honest.
Yes, Nick.
At the back as well. Big up to Nick saying, big up, bro. I don't think Gay would want to come to us. Gabriel is first choice in that position. We're stacked in defence regardless of the injuries, but I would take him all day anyways. Don't ever say that he wouldn't want to join us, because
Bobby,
that's totally
in your opinion as a defender, and
Yes.
you played the game, you've analysed a lot of players over the years, and you still do to this day because of your job. Could Arsenal be the first team where we rotate our defence every other week? And then you got Gabriel 1 week, Mark Gay for 2 weeks, Gabriel for 4 weeks, Gay for 2 weeks, Saliba out, Mosquera in, whatever.
Easy.
Can that work? Because me personally, I think it can. Because
Yeah,
they're at such high level, it can work, in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I think we should do it.
Amazing.
I
So
believe
bring him in.
rotation is important. Um, it's always good to have a really good relationship between two people, but I think it's better to have it with more of them because if you're just reliant on two centre backs, both of those get injured, it all hell breaks loose.
Yeah,
So for me, if we could get Gay, which there is a possibility, I'm not saying it's a strong possibility, but there is a possibility that he could leave in January. We are going to be one of those teams involved in the conversations. Liverpool obviously are going to be around there as well because they need to look at what they're doing. I know Barcelona are interested. I think there's an Italian club that are looking at Gay as
interesting.
well. But there's a lot because obviously he's out of contract at the end of the season, so
Yeah,
he can sign a free transfer for later in the year anyway. So
yeah.
it's going to be interesting what happens.
Just
Do Arsenal
quickly,
go? Yes,
I
mate.
think being creative. If we sign Mark Gahey in this window, and for example, a Semenyon, for
Mm.
me, from what Bobby's saying to me in terms of like players going out in the summer and loan this window, I would have Wanyeri go out on loan because clearly he's not getting minutes and he will looks like he's going out on loan, if we're being honest, and he should be going out on loan. And we, as Arsenal fans, should not be upset if he does go out on loan because he's not getting no football at Arsenal, and we don't want him to regress. So for me, Wanyeri should be loaned out in January. That opens up one position for an attacker, and then I would look ahead, as Bobby has said, and maybe Norgard leaves and we get Mark Gehi in. That's how I'm looking at that. And then Lewis Skelly takes Norgard's position in the summer, or they'll go and replenish. Does that make sense? And then
Yeah,
the sale of Martinelli or Trossard just will be an organic thing that just naturally happens throughout the summer.
yeah. Don't rule
Something
out.
like that.
Don't rule out a midfielder coming in January. I personally think because I've always 100% sure there was going to be one signing. I think we might actually get two in January at the moment because there's a certain player that's actually involved in our first team that is kind of for sale, which we don't know about. So he
Oh,
could now. I've been told that he will go on loan because the guy needs to play consistent minutes, which he's not going to get at Arsenal. That then frees up a space. So that means
hmm
we've got freedom again to bring someone else in. So this is why I think maybe we might actually get two. I think we might be cheeky. I think Andrea might just surprise a few Arsenal fans once
I
again.
love to hear that because 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago you said lucky to get one, and we're going to be
yeah.
reactive, not proactive,
No, yeah, this is all reactive. This is none of this is proactive. This is all
which is
reactive
fine.
because we all know who's speaking to who, what's been said to Arteta, and all this kind of stuff. So we are being reactive to the situations with certain players wanting to play extra minutes that they're not going to get at Arsenal. Do Arsenal go back to a back three if Gay comes
Mm.
in? Have you met Arteta? He doesn't. He does. He won't change the formation.
The only
Um,
time he done a back three was in his first season when he won the FA Cup, and that was because he didn't have the personnel to play one
exactly.
on one.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. Look. I think our team is capable of doing it, but I'll be surprised. Three
That will
centre
hinder
backs,
us
but
anyway. Why do we want an extra centre back on the pitch? It doesn't make sense.
oh, I don't know. I see. A lot of people look at three at the back as a defensive. I don't. If you do
No,
it right,
well,
you can make that so dangerously offensively. You really can. It's all about how you implicate that back
so
three.
then what?
If
For example, you have someone like Amnone Medweke as a as a right
it's
wing
all
back,
yeah,
for example.
it's all about the wing backs, but it's also making sure you have one of those centre backs that. And I'm sorry, I'm going to use this person's name because I love him. Tony Adams, that would just bomb forward out of nowhere.
Oof.
Do you know? So one of those centre backs will all of a sudden just go, you know what? I've got the ball. Let's go with it.
Yeah,
And
and
that's what
Big Gabby can do that.
Big Gabby Saliba can do that.
Yeah,
Don't forget he did it a lot in France. Doesn't do it so much now, but he
no,
used to do it. Calafiori can do it very comfortably.
easily.
Incape can do it as well.
Yeah,
Mosquera, I've not seen enough of to say if he can do
but
it,
this
but I'm
kid,
sure he
that
probably
is
can.
smooth, man.
So yeah, many options.
Ben White
Big
can
happy
run
to.
it with it.
Ben in a back five is, I'll be honest, right wing back. Ben White is the best I've ever
Quality.
seen as a right wing back.
Yeah.
And that was at Brighton and Leeds. Very, very good
Eze.
at both of those clubs. No, it was Eze that went. Thank you very much.
Cool. I
Someone will
appreciate
remember.
that, but it's still an
My memory
attacking player.
sucks, guys. I'm wrapping my presents, even though I told everyone. Mate, you know what I'd get you? I'll just wrap up absolutely nothing, just so it just make me laugh. I would just wrap up absolutely nothing. So you open up the present and nothing's in it, because that's what you asked for. You didn't ask for anything, so you get literally a present of nothing. Guys, what's up with this Martinelli guy? The theory of Jesus unlocking him looks to be quite true. He found his Brazilian passport yesterday. Those two need to be in a combo. Funny. More like boring.
To be fair, in the Champions League, he's unlocked his season as well. And that's been without Jesus. That's been with Gyökeres up front.
Yeah, 100%. As for Saturday's game, it's a 3:00, so I won't be able to do it anyway. So it's a 3:00 kickoff, so I can't do the watch along.
We just need to win that game.
We do. Remember the Burnley game and the chances we created? The main difference was Eze on with Gyökeres, Saka and Trossard. If anyone else gets gay, that's not us. I will be doing that Alonso gift. Look, would I put Liverpool as front runners? I probably wouldn't right now, if I'm honest. The whole situation back in the summer hasn't helped you. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. Surely Palace will want to try and get a fee for Gay from a team that not get a fee and let him leave for free. I'll be asking for a fee for Canate in January. Don't worry about it.
I'd offer for Mark Gay 25-30 million, and I'd give them Ethan Wanyeri on loan for the season.
Yeah.
Kill two birds with one stone. Boom. Fantasy world. Sounds like Football Manager right now.
Bertou's an absolute boss. Man hasn't done an interview since he came in. No publicity, nothing. He just gets down to business and gets deals done.
Actions, man. Actions.
Just sign who you think helps us screw Arteta. Well, there you go. You've obviously seen what happens behind the scenes, mate, because
he
doesn't care about Arteta. He just does the business. Yeah, in all fairness to Temi, if there was a watch along, it is a bore along due to the fact Arteta tactics plus my stream guaranteed unders. I'm with you, Temi. You know I agree, because any games I do, they are horrendous. Schlotterbeck is available for 50 million. I'll love him for us, even though we need two centre backs, not one. Schlotterbeck is a very good centre back. He was someone that we were looking at a couple of seasons ago. Obviously, we moved on from him, but yeah, Schlotterbeck is a very, very good centre back. So I wouldn't have. Talking about the centre back moving forward, remember John Stone's Champions League final masterclass by Pep. You don't know Manchester, that won't work, Bobby. Bobby's stream for Everton was. Yes, it's still a watch along, Chris, but it's just a chatter, because we do just chat majority of the time. To be fair,
so a watch along would be where if we are describing the action.
Yeah.
He's got the ball. Along. Jack Grealish has got the ball on the right wing. He's cut inside, and then he's got. That's a watch along, in our opinion. A chat along is we're talking football. Then Bobby will go, "Oh, there's been a chance," and we'll go, "Oh, what's happened?" And he'll say, "Gyökeres made 3 runs and no one passed him the ball."
Yeah,
things like that, and then we carry on talking about Formula 1 or whatever football fixtures have been going on,
darts, all sorts,
etc.
Anyway, guys, me and Ali are going to try and enjoy the rest of our Christmas evening, or Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve evening.
Maybe. That's right.
Sense. I will be back Friday night 6:45 for the Brighton match preview. The match reaction will be Saturday night same time. Like I said, I'm going to be more careful about how often I stream, because my throat is just a nightmare. Where you watching the game? Yes, so it's.
He's not letting up.
No, he's not.
Come on, Chris.
Predictions for Carabao Cup final, semis, and final. Arsenal versus City. I'm guessing.
That's what I want.
That's what
I really want that.
But I'll be honest, Chelsea are not going to be that easy.
It's not going to be easy, and I want Man City to go through, because we need to. That would be a massive psychological boost, just like in the early noughts, late 90s with United. Getting one over them winning the trophy against them, and then to go on to win the league. That would be so good.
Exactly.
The
Alec, thank you
narrative.
very much. Where can I find you, my friend?
Football takeover, man. This is what we're doing. This is what we do. Looking to grow. We're not here to mess around. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Obviously, Bobby's going to manage his workload in this period, which I totally understand. But yeah, man, Football Takeover on YouTube, Football TK Over on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Please do go give us a like, share, and subscribe on all those platforms, and do share our content so we can keep growing as we are.
Thank you very much, my friend. But as you said, as I said, I'll be here Boxing Day, 6:45. Have a great Christmas. Exactly, Chris. My sentiments to everybody. Have a great Christmas, even though it's nonsense. Well, that's Chris's words. I was just say, everybody just enjoy your time with your family.
Enjoy your time. Santa Claus is coming to town tomorrow.
Exactly, guys. I'm out of here. Speak to you later. Take it easy.
Take care. God
Bye bye.
bless.